Hello, I am Anawultus, and welcome once again to another episode of none other than the one and only Anawultus's Stronghold Crusader AI tournament. And guess what? Today we are continuing last time's battle between the Abbot and the Lionheart. So let us continue and observe.
Game running.
Last time, it was relatively inconclusive, although I do have to say it does look like the Lionheart may or may not be having the upper hand. But the issue is that it is very difficult to tell who actually has the upper hand, which means that we are going to have to wait to find out. So anyway, the trees are getting cut down as the game continues, and that is really what we're going to have to keep our eyes on to see how fast they're going to chop down all the trees, because that is probably what is going to be the key to deciding who becomes the winner. And that, of course, is going to be whoever manages to last without requiring a constant supply of wood. Of course, we see the Abbot is having some problems with the Lionheart's troops guarding the forest, making it relatively difficult for the Abbot to actually chop down trees, and also increasing the longevity of the northern forest. In the south, there isn't much woodcutting going on, but that which is going on is relatively safe. And of course, there are occasional issues, but we can expect things to continue as they are for at least a while longer. The Lionheart is pulling up some catapults. Let us observe to see if they reach the distance necessary to attack. And it seems like the Abbot's moat is finally complete. This is going to be a great asset to the Abbot. But of course, the Abbot now has to deal with another attack by the Lionheart. Abbot has successfully managed to shoot down one of the tunnelers, but there's two more on the way. Unfortunately, the AI still has problems placing siege engines correctly. Not that it's ever going to change, of course, because this is an old game and it's never going to get patched for that. They're never going to fix that ever, unfortunately. And it's also not the easiest game to mod to fix that either. So, well, I guess we're stuck with what we've got. But the Lionheart is pushing in with plenty of heavy infantry here. Let's see how they do. Looks like some of them maybe... No? What are they doing there? What are they doing? I do not understand. But whatever it is they're doing, they're not being very successful. Here comes the Lionheart. And look at that. A long line of men tearing away at these walls. Unfortunately, the catapult has entered range and is shooting at the Lionheart's own men, which isn't too good, but it is doing some damage. And the Abbot has closed up the gap in the wall relatively quickly. So the Lionheart will have to attack once more. But currently the gate was closed, which meant that there was a pause in the Abbot's economy. Lionheart attacks again, tearing down at the wall once more, but the Abbot has plenty of troops at the ready to destroy any invading forces. The Lionheart continues to attack. The Lionheart perhaps attempting to destroy some farms in the back. That is a distinct possibility. And that does seem to be the current plan of action. But the Lionheart, in the end, has not succeeded in taking down the Abbot of Stirling. Certainly not. But let's take a look at the wealth situation. The Lionheart is up, as is the Abbot, though. So we're going to have to see how that turns out. The Lionheart continues to chop down the forest. There are no more trees in this section that can sprout neighbors. But there is a tree over here, which I presume is going to be chopped down in short order. Here we go. South tends to be rather stable at the moment, but it does look like the Abbot has moved into the area with more woodcutters in order to gather resources, as doing so in the north is becoming more difficult. The Abbot is attacking to some extent. Unfortunately for the Abbot, these lightly armored troops are not very effective against the firepower that the Lionheart can put out. The Abbot is having problems with getting enough manpower in order to operate his economy. If this continues, it is going to hurt the Abbot in the long run. But the Abbot still has over 140 units, which the Lionheart is quickly approaching. Right there, equal. But we aren't seeing any new peasants here. Nobody looking for work, which of course is going to hurt the Abbot, not being able to replace the dead. And we're going to see how that turns out eventually. Look. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. The Lionheart has approached with a catapult. but such an attack was ineffective. The Abbot is dropping in numbers and not recovering. We'll see how this turns out. Cathedral is active. And the Lionheart is on his way to attack. We'll see how it turns out this time. Once again, very poor placement of season. And here they come. Here come the tunnelers. There's only one this time. This is very interesting because they decided to attack before the infantry was here, which I would say is a bad play on the AI's part, to spread your attack force out like that. But now the actual wave assault begins. Of course, some pikemen were sent to the back to dig the moat. Unfortunately for the Lionheart, it is not the best location to dig the moat. A better location maybe would have been farther up here. But this line of pikemen is going to slowly tear down that wall. However, the swordsmen on this side are going to push a lot faster, probably. The Abbot is prepared for battle. The Abbot has recovered in numbers. That is important to note. Let's take a look. Trees are continuing to get felled. Oh, a gap in the wall has opened up, but the Lionheart does not have the troops there at the moment to be able to deal with it. And seems to be retreating? Or is he trying to attack a specific farm? Perhaps this one right here? Or that one? Yep. Not the best call, I'd say. And here it continues. Fight continues. More woodcutters on their way to die, of course. The Abbot is still not losing money, despite the fact that the Abbot is on the defensive for the most part. And the Lionheart has returned to continue the assault, even though it will probably not be successful. Not this time, anyway. Due to the sheer number of the Abbot's troops. Okay, they're just cycling around. However, the Abbot's gates are still open. The Abbot is still economically active. The Lionheart has not begun to send woodcutters to the south, but is continuing to be active in the north. The Lionheart succeeded in breaking through once more, but unfortunately for him, the attack was ineffective. The Abbot is defending the southern fields. Let's take a look at economy here. There's some trading going on. The Lionheart is selling all that stone, and since the Lionheart's walls barely ever get attacked, we can say that the Lionheart is making a lot of money on that stone surplus. The Abbot is pulling some troops back into the fortress. Let's take a look. The Abbot at 176, Lionheart at 143, 144, rising. The Abbot almost at 30,000. The Lionheart slowly approaching 20,000. I think we're really going to have to wait to see how this turns out. Because despite the fact that the Abbot is on the defensive, the Abbot's economy seems to be pretty powerful throughout the game. So I think we really are going to have to wait for that wood shortage towards the end. And once one side finishes up with the trees, we're going to see a serious fight occur over what remains, whether it be in the north or the south. As both sides are going to be sending all their woodcutters to the same location. Unlike right now, where they are relatively split. But it is important to keep track of how fast wood is running out. Lionheart is attacking again. You see the troops. Some tunnelers once more. Plenty of archers, pikemen, and swordsmen. And of course we're going to be seeing some engineers in there as well. Unfortunately, they have poor placement. Here come the tunnelers. Are all of them going to make it? Oh, interestingly, we can't actually see their health. But it looks like two of them are making it, yes. That is two of them. Lionheart continues to attack. Take a look. Towers are relatively stable. The Abbot is defending with 176. The Lionheart has now reached 194. Lionheart is ahead in troop numbers. The Lionheart is digging the moat. And is firing down. I mean, the Abbot is firing down on the Lionheart's troops. The Lionheart approaches. Walls are going down once again, but the question is, will the walls be safe this time around? If the Lionheart succeeds in closing the Abbot's gates, this really could be something, because the Abbot now has very few troops inside the castle. Of course, the Abbot is replenishing rather rapidly by the looks of it. Look at that. Look at how fast the Abbot is. Wow. It's not going to be easy for the Lionheart to pull in there. But the question is, by the time the Lionheart gets through those walls, will the Abbot still be too weak to defend? I highly doubt it. The Abbot's engineers are getting picked off. Here comes the melee. Who's going to win? Looks like the Abbot has the upper hand in the melee. The Abbot wins the melee. Wow. The Abbot's still at 174, but a lot of those men are out here taking some heavy hits as they prepare to attack once again. And here they go. Look at that, it's the Abbot's attack. Rapidly rushing through the Lionheart's troops. Marching against the wall, but they're not going to do too much damage to it. They're going to reach it, they're going to damage it a little bit, but it doesn't look like they have a chance to break through it. But the Abbot, of course, is not going to give up. Because, of course, this is an AI tournament. So, of course, the AI isn't going to give up. Why would the AI ever give up? Has anyone ever designed a computer game AI that gives up? That would be interesting to see. Not that gives up because of some... it gets confused or anything, but rather makes an analysis of a game and then decides, oh, I concede. I don't think I've got a good chance of winning. I concede. That would be an interesting thing to do with an AI, to see if an AI to create an AI that gives up when the chances are low. The Abbot, of course, continues to cut down the Severed Forest. The Lionheart is continuing to cut down in the north. And it looks like they are fully split now. The Lionheart not having any woodcutters in the south. The Abbot not having any in the north. The Lionheart, of course, continues to pull up catapults against the Abbot. And is patrolling with some pikemen. The Abbot is defending the south. Lionheart is not currently protecting anything out there, but wait, here he comes. Unfortunately, is outnumbered in this region, forcing the Lionheart to be at a very significant disadvantage. How is the Lionheart going to react? Is this going to be a force to counteract these archers, these bowmen? Here we are seeing the cathedral continues to be active. The wood continues to get cut down, and more archers pour in to their deaths. Let's take a look. The greatest lord continues to be the Abbot. The Lionheart has actually lost money as this has gone on. Now, of course, the Lionheart has gained quite a few troops. And the Abbot isn't really recovering. What is going on, Abbot? What is going on? If the Lionheart were to attack now and the Abbot would not replenish troops, the Lionheart might actually be able to push through and win. Okay, and it looks like we are going to see an attempted attack. Oh, could we be seeing some special siege engines here? A trebuchet, perhaps? No, not by the looks of it. Saw 3 engineers walking together, but it doesn't look like they are ready for action today. But the Abbot is going to replenish his troops now. We're just going to have to see what happens here. The Abbot is at 58 against 201. Of course, not all 201 are attacking, but we can expect maybe 100 to 150 to be on the field. Of course, every man that dies outside of the Abbot's hold will be replaced eventually by a monk. So the Abbot is going to replenish as the battle goes on, to some extent, at least. And the Abbot has plenty of men out here, and plenty of money. And with plenty of potential recruits and plenty of money. Oh,
I must be strong.
The AI has been triggered to send a message of distress. Let's take a look. Troop numbers 82, 83. The gate is closed. The Abbot is not replenishing. Could it be right here that the wall breaks? Nope, not by the looks of it. Wait, yes, it does seem like this will be the location. And if it happens that most troops pass through here relatively soon, the Lionheart may be at an advantage. Of course, unfortunately, the AI doesn't work like that. The AI decides, you know what, we need to attack some buildings outside of the keep, even though we could go inside of the keep. And if we leave, or if we lose in the melee, they're just going to block up the wall. But it just doesn't work. But the Abbot's economy is going to take some damage from this. Of course, the Abbot is probably not going to run out of food unless the Abbot for some reason isn't going to buy food. Which I can scarcely imagine. Here comes the Lionheart. Winning in the melee, but losing, winning again, actually pushing in this time. How strong are the troops? There are some pretty good troops in here. If we see a couple more attacks like these, or if the Lionheart manages to push in fast enough, we may be seeing something. Keep an eye on here. Oh no, the Lionheart has decided to leave. Oh, that's not good. But the Abbot is losing strength. The Abbot still has a marketplace. But it does look like the Lionheart is at an advantage here, but I wouldn't say that it is to such a degree that the Abbot would not be able to recover. That is definitely not the case. But we are seeing one tower is unusable. That is going to affect the Abbot's ability to defend. The Abbot has, of course, purchased food since the Abbot is very wealthy. The Lionheart at 16,000. The Abbot at 38,000. The Abbot is going to have to recover his entire economy slowly, or at least as rapidly as new new townsmen come in. That's the one survivor of the attack. The Lionheart is at 154, 5, 6, 7, 8, and rising. The Lionheart is, of course, going to attack again, eventually. Let's take a look. Is the Abbot recovering troops? Not yet. The Abbot is losing some money. Let's take a look. Forest in the north is getting pretty close to being fully cut down. Troops-wise, the Lionheart is at 185, 186, 7, and rising. Pretty soon the Lionheart will attack again, relatively quickly in succession to the previous attack, which I find very interesting. Of course, this tower is going to be a priority target. It has a strongly weakened ballista on it. Strongly weakened, or I should probably say heavily weakened. I think that's a better word to use in that situation. And then we see the Abbot continues to gather wood. The Lionheart is on the way to finishing off the forest. There's only a corner left. Of course, it's always good to see a small tree cut down, because that means that we're going to save a lot of time on waiting for that to grow up and then being cut down in multiple segments like these over here. And here he comes. Let's take a look. Total troop 215 against 77. Could it be that the Abbot has slowed down? The Abbot is operating on one granary. However, it is a relatively full granary, and the Abbot is selling food due to having such a big food surplus. Two catapults were successfully constructed. But the question is, will they be able to take down the tower? Taking down the tower will offer a huge benefit to Lionheart. Lionheart presses forward. Look at those pikemen go. Look at them go. Advancing. They're about to reach the wall. Gate opens.
A message from
The Abbot panics.
There must be
The AI informing us that it has concern. Or rather that a very specific set of conditions is met. The walls are falling. Where will we be seeing the first breakthrough? Perhaps over here? Over here, perhaps? I'm guessing right there. That's where we'll see it. There it is. That's a big hole in the wall. Of course, the Abbot is going to be able to plug that hole. Unfortunately, for the Lionheart, is not doing too well in the melee. Could be doing better. but the catapults continue to ensure that the walls are relatively weak. Well, there's only one catapult left, and it is now down. The Abbot has the opportunity to rebuild. Lionheart is sending back the troops, sending them back to attack. Will the hole in the wall remain?
Must not falter.
The Abbot sends a second message concern. The Lionheart is winning in the melee, but the Abbot continues to send in troops. And here comes the Lionheart moving in. Look at that. There's some damage being dealt. And here comes the army once again for another attack. The walls are still open and exposed. Catapult has reached the walls and has torn down the ruins of the square tower, which will allow the Abbot to rebuild the square tower. The wall has been plugged up. The Lionheart goes back to attack those walls, presumably. Or wait, not quite yet. There he goes. The tower has been rebuilt. But these walls will not last very long as the attack pushes in once again. And the Abbot does not have the troops necessary to win in the melee and continues to lose more troops. The Abbot, however, does have a surprising amount of archers. Let's be honest, that's quite a few. Oh, the game is over! I thought we'd have to wait till next time, but no. It does seem like the Lionheart wins with some wood to spare. Now, what I would have thought would happen if... what I thought would happen if we ran out of wood is that the Lionheart would slowly collapse and lose money while the Abbot would remain strong, because I don't think the Abbot relies on wood too much, because I've seen a game, I've been in a game where there was the Abbot, and the Abbot got cut off from the rest of the map because of the AI not being very responsive to terrain problems. Because of bad terrain, the Abbot got cut off from the rest of the map, but the Abbot managed to survive quite far into the game, despite not having any wood to cut. Anyway, let's take a look. The Lionheart killed more troops and lost less troops, and however, the Abbot managed to acquire more gold, produce more food. What is that? Lionheart produced more wood and stone and iron and weapons. But the Abbot had a higher population overall. The Abbot had, of course, we can see the fear factor was different. They definitely went in some different directions. The Lionheart, in the end, ended up being on the offensive for most of the game, therefore destroying more buildings than the Abbot, but still losing a few in the end. Overall, they were relatively close in numbers of troops produced. And here is the tribute. Anyway, at the beginning of the next episode, I will be demonstrating the brackets and how we are going to proceed in the next round of the tournament and in the following rounds, as we have now finished
Choose your
the
adversary.
first round. So we will be moving on to the next round, and
Choose your
the
adversary.
next round after that, and then the finals, to see which AI is the best AI in Stronghold Crusader. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you all next time on Awotus. Over and out.